Alright guys, welcome back to Beauty Over 40. So today, as you can see, I have on a mask. I am required to wear a mask while I'm working at work. So today I'm going to show you how I wear my makeup with a mask. Stay tuned.
I'm down if you're down. Let's ride out right now. We'll go where there ain't no crowds. Somewhere underneath the clouds. I'm down if you're down.
Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I am getting ready for work, so we're going to make this really quick, but I wanted to record this video and get it up as quick as I can. It's been challenging being back at work and trying to be consistent with my videos again because I'm back at work and the hours they have, like they are only working people 11 to 7. And if any of you guys are familiar with working a mid shift, especially if it's something that, well, not something, but especially if you know it's not a shift you're used to working every day. It's not that I've never worked 11 to 7, but I've never worked 11 to 7 every day. Never in my retail career. So there's just a shift that it takes up your morning and your night, and the distance I have to drive. About the time I get home, it's very close to 8 o'clock. Try to eat something really quick, and then honestly, you know, it's time for bed because you got to do the same thing over the next day. And you know, I'm not coming on here complaining about working. That's not it at all. But 11 to 7 every day, I'm just not used to working that shift. All right, so my skincare is done. I have my primer on. I am going to go in. I'm gonna go in, of course, with my double wear foundation. So you definitely want to try to use a foundation that's matte, that is transfer proof, waterproof. Again, something that's matte, something that's transfer proof, waterproof. Any one of those foundations should work. And I'm just going to do one pump of foundation. This is definitely, you don't want to use a lot of product. I had to color correct. I like to color correct around my mouth. Just dipping my brush into the product and my normal application. I'm just pressing that in. Again, I'm just working with one pump of foundation. I'm not putting that coverage under my eye. Just because I leave that for my concealer. And this is really my normal routine as far as how much product I usually use. Sometimes I will use a couple pumps, but definitely no more than a couple pumps. I know sometimes I see girls here on YouTube would do like 5 pumps. I'm like, geez, that's a lot of product. I just actually finished this bottle of double wear, but I think I probably had that about, I don't know, maybe 6 months. Now I'll take it. I do use other foundations, but this is my go-to, so I use double wear quite a bit. I do love me some double wear. Okay, so now that we have that on, I'm going to use my usual concealer, which is the Lancôme Camo Concealer. Just going to use a little bit of that. Not highlighting the chin because that's going to be covered, right? So we're going to let that sit. Okay, I'm going to do my brows and I'll be back. Okay, so my brows are done. So I'm just going to go ahead and go in with my Fast Pad application. Pad. Oh, my nails are horrible. I need to do my nails. So just, again, we're doing our normal routine. Pressing that in. All right, and of course, we're gonna contour. I'm gonna use my ColourPop No Filter Stick in the color Deep Dark. The color is 197 Warm. Okay, we're just gonna use that to contour. Contour my nose. All right, we're just gonna blend that out. All right, I'm gonna go back in with my Fast Application Pad. Again, I'm gonna bring that up to where that contour is. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my foundation brush just on top of that. Blend that out a little bit just to tone the harshness down. Blend out my contour. This brush is all scratched up. Again, I'm overlapping that contour to go right there. All right, I'm just gonna go around my highlight around my head. Okay, that's pretty good. All right, before I set my highlight in my face, I like to go back in, make sure my under eye is not creasing. Here's the key to minimizing transfer of the foundation. This works for me, how I wear my makeup with a mask. So I would recommend a setting powder that's gonna like lock it in place. So for me, that is the RCMA No Color Powder. Or if you have the Dermablend powder, those are good also. But this is what I have, so this is what I'm going to use. So as always, I'm not going to bake. All right, my mom's calling, hold on. All right, I had to talk to my mom for a little bit. So anyway, I went ahead and set this side and I set this side. So what I'm going to do, again, I know I've mentioned this before because I like to wear my sunglasses while I'm out. So I will set this right here, you know, where your sunglasses sit. So I'm going to set that there. And then I'm going to set my face where my mask is going to be. I'm just going to put that all over. Here. I'm going to let that sit. While that's sitting, I'm going to go ahead and do my do my blush and my highlighter basically. I'm going to go in with Format from MAC. Okay, just going to use that. I'm just going to use a little bit of highlighter. I love, 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 love the Tarte palette, the Rainforest of the Sea, Volume 3. If any of these colors in either of these palettes, which came in the BoxyCharm, if either of those colors work for you for highlighter, do it. Like, just try it. It's so good. You can see the color I like here. I've hit pan. Alright, so I'm going to use a little bit of that. Alright, and then next we're going to go in with our mascara. I'm using It Mascara. So I'm doing this because I'm giving you guys an idea how long I'm letting this sit on my face. now we're gonna go in. Actually, we're gonna go in with lashes, but first, before I do that, I'm gonna brush through my brows just to tone those down a little bit. And this is, what is this? It's a mellow. It's a brow, not a brow pomade, but like a brow. It's a brow tint. And we also received that in BoxyCharm. Okay, so I'm just gonna brush that through, and then brush the front up. See the difference? I like that. They say as an older woman, if you tint your brows, it makes you look more youthful. So I think that has stuck in my head. So do this side. Just because the darker colors are so harsh, having that lighter color. You know, when I worked at MAC, they told us your brows should always be lighter than your hair. So that has also stuck in my head. All right, so I guess it's been almost 10 minutes. So then what I'd like to do is go back in with my foundation brush and just press that in. Okay, just press it in. And if you're wearing a lippy, of course it's going to be a matte lippy. I'm going to put that on. You're probably thinking, why are you doing all that if you're wearing a mask? It's just what I like to do. I'm going to take some more of that powder and put it on my lips. Let that sit. You can let that sit for about the same amount of time. Sorry, this wasn't part of the video. Listen to the radio. Did you guys know Ricky Smiley's daughter got shot? Okay, so that's almost settled in. Really, I don't have to press that in. I'll just keep that there. Find my mask. Now let me say this: if you're one that put makeup on your ear, and I don't know, some people, really blend. So, basically everywhere you put your makeup, that's where you want to put the powder. I have noticed sometimes I've had some back here and I've gotten just a little bit of transfer. But here is my mask. You can see it's clean. I'm not going to put it on right now, but all right. So I will check in with you guys later. All right, guys. I'm back from work, and no, I did not wear this all the way home, but I wanted to come back on so you guys can see how I have to wear my mask at work. Macy's supplies our mask, and we have to wear the one they supply. Now, I will say that I do think, because this is black, it doesn't show up as much as, of course, it would be if you would be wearing a white mask, but the techniques that I did earlier definitely work. It cuts down on the it doesn't cut down on the rubbing, but it cuts down on the transfer of the makeup. Now, I do my makeup like this all the time, and I always fail to well, you saw how I set my face, so I know I set the side of my nose, but I should have set the center part, but I like putting my highlight there, so I didn't really set it. And then I should have set a little bit around my ears, because I put makeup there. When I'm blending, makeup goes there, so I definitely have to take note of that for myself. That way in the future when I wear my mask, I will get less transfer there also. Even though it wasn't a lot, there was a little bit around my ear, and then again right here on my nose, because I like my highlight there, so I didn't set the middle part. Again, I did set the outer part, but I want to show you guys the mask that I wore today from 11 o'clock until 7 o'clock tonight. So here is the mask. This is the inside of the mask, and you can see here is where That is where my nose was. But you can see on the sides here. You see a little bit here. Oh, excuse my nails, they look horrible. You see a little bit here because that's where it goes around my ears. So there's a little bit rubbing there. And again, just like I said, around my ears. I don't know if you guys can see it. There you go. So you can see that on the corners there. But this is the mask I wore today. You know, with the techniques I showed you guys, technique that I showed you guys how to wear your makeup when you're wearing a mask. Again, my mask is black, so but you can definitely see there's not a lot of makeup in here, even with, you know, it being dark. I mean, you can see the little bit here, so obviously if there were some here, you would definitely see that. But again, it's just in the outer corners there where I wrapped around my ears, where I did not set my makeup, and then here here again where it sits on my nose. So I'll just say it this way, I just recently started doing this technique. Of course, I always set underneath my eyes and to set my highlight. And again, I've always set my my nose right here because I like to wear my shades. I don't like that little indentation there. So yeah, let me know, guys, if this is a technique that you're wanting to try. I know the girls in Beauty Over 40, this is a discussion we had in the group, and we all were contemplating making a video like this. So definitely, if you follow any of my Beauty Over 40 girls, make sure you keep an eye out for their video and, you know, pick up on some of their techniques. You know, you can learn a few things here and possibly learn a few things from them also. That is it for this video, guys. So if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram at LRHmakeup and also _Beauty Over 40. I always laugh. And of course, now you guys know I'm over on TikTok. So if you're over on TikTok, please consider following me on TikTok at LRHmakeup. And last but not least, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please consider subscribing to my channel, turning on post notifications. That way you'll be notified when I upload new content. All right, guys, until next time, remember the best makeup you can wear is confidence. Bye.